welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, the tease him a lot, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Give it a stretch. Okay, that's good. That is awesome. Oh, that's good. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on project, which is cool because I'm a little bit late because I'm making so much progress on this thing, this voting thing that I'm adding to my slides. I did it before for like my other projects, but this one is a little bit different, and so it's getting there. It's getting there. So I'm able to get the votes to update the polls, right? So I run a function, it updates the poll, it calculates the percentage, it sets like a progress bar and everything, so it automatically like updates, which is pretty dope. And so stuff like that is why I created untilit.works, because I am the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And so by doing untilit.works, it gives me like an excuse to be by a computer so I can do like these quick live stream things. So untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on, trying to make some progress. Break sessions are these. Well, I'll pop up here to remind you to take a break. You can get up, walk around, drink some water, or watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. Either way, let your mind not think about the thing you were just focusing on. All right. So, like I said, I'll pop up here on the video to let you know, time to take a break. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen, and that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. That's why I have noticed there you say you need to click play to start the stream. Next to that, there's a button. I am using the speech recognition API to turn my speech into text. So if you click that open close caption button, a space will open up. And the words I am saying will pop up, hopefully accurately, and you'll be able to kind of follow along with what I'm saying that way. The next buttons below that, they're broken. Don't worry about it. It's add a clip, create a highlight video. I was doing a weird mismatch of like some like third-party stuff to make this thing work. I think something happened, something broke, and so that no longer works. But I am still creating highlight clips. I'm doing this thing where I'm running FFmpeg in the browser. And so I'm kind of testing that out. And that's how I'm creating the things I post to my social media. And I'm going to see in the next version, kind of incorporating that into the next version of the site to make it a little bit easier. Neither here nor there. All right, so that's that. Then there's a countdown timer, countdown to when the next work session starts. And if you'd like to join the chat, there's a link to chat or ask questions. Cool. So that is that. Then the break session looks like this. Eventually load. All right, so this is similar to what the break session will look like. In the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers. You can subscribe to get notified when we go live. Over on the left-hand side, it was an audio player that I kind of like put together based on like a service. But I was kind of doing it in a way that I don't think the player was really meant to be. So something happened and it broke. I have no clue what happened on their end, but something broke. So it may or may not work. I don't know if they fixed it back or whatever, but it's not mine, so I can't complain. But I will be creating my own. And so, yeah, that way I can complain to myself. All right, towards the center here, there's a to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button, and it'll add it to the list. You can edit the task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button, or if you want to mark it complete, you click the checkbox, and that'll send it to the section under done. If you click done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. Now, before I shut everything down and you click that Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter and a pre-populated tweet like kind of listing out the things you got done with nice like check marks next to them. For me, it feels good knowing I got some stuff done going into the week. And yeah, to the right-hand side column, we have a countdown timer, count to when the next break session happens. Again, that's 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So let's say you really have nothing you want to like accomplish that you know of, but you want to still feel productive, right? And you're hearing that this web development thing could be a thing and you're interested in it, but you don't know where to start. So I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin project under View tutorials. And from what I see from the curriculum and what people have told me they've gone through them, I think if you work your way through them, at the end, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. Now, let's say you're already into web development and you're just looking for like a quick project that you can just do and maybe get the creative juices going and maybe you can build on top of it. I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to look over tutorials. And I have what I think are 3 pretty dope tutorials, where one of them is you work your way through the tutorial, and you have this application, and you put in your phone number into the input box, hit the call button, and your real-world phone will ring. Then I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number. From your real world phone, you call that virtual number, you have that hooked up to the application you create, and you'll be able to answer that call and have a conversation back and forth between your phone and the browser. Then I have one that's the opposite, where 2 users like log in to an application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. Cool, so those are there. Hako will come back to. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that. The highlight, again, that's tied into the highlights video. That's broken. So at some point, I'll get that back working in the next version of this site, which is going to probably happen. I have like 2 other projects I want to work on. I mean, this one's working. Like it does what it needs to do. So there's stuff I'm going to make for like from scratch, get those done, and then probably come back here. So we'll see. All right, cool. But Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. And it's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on a project, or maybe you want to get feedback on something that you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room you can invite people into, and together, collaboratively, you'll hopefully be able to come up with a solution or the feedback that you're looking for. Now, if you're to click View to show you all the different Hakos that were created, you can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. There's also a filter by different keywords. So if you want to go by a certain subject, you can do that as well. When you click create a Hako, you present it with this form. You put in the title, 3 keywords, hit create. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. When you join your Hako, it looks like this. We've got the title at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave. You can open the menu for some more options. We've got a text chat here to the right. On the left, we have a countdown timer. Again, countdown to when the next break session happens. And that's like about 15 minutes after the hour. You can copy the URL again. You can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They actually request to join your room. She'll show up under pending. You can click the user's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, again, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to decide whether or not you'd like to approve or deny this person. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. And the reason for that is because the point of the Hako is for you to get help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. So I think by being able to show your screen and showing everyone else what you're seeing, they'll be able to get the context to be able to help you out and get you the feedback or the help that you're looking for. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, one way is this text chat. You're entering your message here at the bottom, hit send, and then it'll add it to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled. They'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Then I have the opposite available. So if you're not looking at the text chat and you still want to follow along with what's happening, you can enable text to speech. And what that'll do is any messages put into the text chat would be read out aloud by your browser, so that way you can still follow along with what's happening. Cool. And I think that's pretty much it. You can check out all the different hot codes that have been created. And yeah, cool. That is it. I'm going to get y'all back to work because I want to get this thing done so I can show it. So all I pretty much have to do left, right, is I have the functionality working. So now I need to just get it to where that fires off, because I'm firing it off manually now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm calling this, I think I call it handle votes. Handle vote, something like that. And I'm passing in a certain unique key, and that kind of like updates everything. So it updates the total, it'll update like the UI. So I have that running if I fire it off manually. Next thing is to be able to hook it up to the events that when someone who's viewing the talk, the lightning talk, can then vote, that fires off something, and then the slides or whatever will listen for that and then do all the stuff that I'm doing manually. So I think that's the only thing I need to do so far. So just sending off the event, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, it all works. So that's what I'm gonna be working on in this next break. If it comes through okay, I will show it, and you can laugh at my very, very basic, minimal, viable product of this functionality. And so, cool. So that'll be good times. All right, so look forward to that. I'm gonna send you all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz. He used to go by the name A Butter, part of a group called Natural Elements. This track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy. Thanks. Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread a love like yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody said